Hello you lovely people, and welcome back to my channel Cook with Joy. For today's recipe, I wanted to share a shepherd's pie recipe that I found online one time when I was doing Whole30. You can definitely tweak this to make it Whole30 friendly or paleo, but I will show you how I make it. So first, let me start by showing you all of the ingredients. Okay, so for today's recipe, you need 1 pound of ground beef, or you can use ground lamb. I just have ground beef on hand. 1 tablespoon of olive oil, 3 large peeled and chopped carrots. I sometimes instead use frozen peas and carrots or even frozen mixed vegetables if I don't feel like chopping up carrots. 1 onion, 2 tablespoons of tomato paste, 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, 2 cups of beef stock, and then you will also need mashed potatoes. You can make them however you would like. I just make mine, actually I make it different every time, but I do like to make them plant-based so my daughter can enjoy them. So I just put plant-based butter, garlic cloves, salt, pepper, and then I use some sort of liquid like either plant-based milk or if I have it on hand, vegetable stock to make it more creamy. So that's what I did today with these mashed potatoes. And then you will need 2 tablespoons of arrowroot starch, or you can use cornstarch instead if you're not trying to make this Whole30 friendly or paleo. So I know not everybody has arrowroot starch on hand. And then the spices that I like to add are garlic powder, rosemary, and thyme. And then cheese is optional for the top. This is what I have right now, mild white cheddar, and I usually just buy a block and then shred it or cut it as I need it. So I will need to shred this because you will want your cheese shredded. Okay, to begin with, I'm gonna go ahead and peel and chop the carrots and chop the onion. I will probably use more than 3 because none of these carrots look exceptionally large. So I might use 4 or 5 instead. And I'm just gonna saute that in the olive oil just for 4 to 5 minutes just to get them kind of soft. And then I will be adding the ground beef to go ahead and brown that. Okay, after you drain the meat, drain the grease off the meat, then you're gonna add the tomato paste and the Worcestershire, whatever, however you pronounce this. You're gonna add that to the pan and stir it in, and then you'll be adding the beef stock. Because I'm using this kind of smaller pan, ideally you'd use like a really large skillet, but I just don't own one. I have to do it 1 cup at a time, so I add 1 cup and kind of let that cook down. I'm also going to add the spices at this time, and then once you allow the beef stock to cook down a bit, it's going to be about 20 minutes. That's when you will add the arrowroot starch to thicken the sauce. And in order to add this, even cornstarch, if you choose to add cornstarch, you need to add a little bit of water with it. I usually do 2 to 3 tablespoons of water per tablespoon of arrowroot starch. That way there won't be as many lumps, so that it's a lot smoother. So let's go ahead and get this done. Next up, we are going to be assembling this pie or casserole. I usually just put it in a square pan, like a glass dish, and you're just going to put the meat mixture on the bottom and then spread the potatoes on top and sprinkle it with cheese if you choose to use cheese. You might notice when I do this that I'm not putting potatoes over the entire dish, and that's because my husband is eating keto right now, and so he can't have the potatoes, but that's why I'm doing that, in case you're curious. Now we're just going to be baking this in the oven for 20 to 25 minutes, just until the cheese gets kind of brown and bubbly. Okay, now it's time for the taste test, although it's extremely hot. I don't know if you can see that steam coming off. This is for sure comfort food. I think I actually like it better with the mixed vegetables, but it's still really good with just the carrots as well. Okay, you lovely people, that is all I have for today's recipe video. I hope you enjoyed learning how to make this shepherd's pie. You'll have to let me know down in the comments if you give this recipe a try, and also let me know how you make shepherd's pie, if you do make it and if you make it differently. But as always, I really appreciate you watching this video all the way until the end, and I will see you next time. Bye!